So you're stuck on your story. You're trying to think of something to create. Maybe you've got a really cool idea, but you can't figure out how to make it work. Or maybe you have no idea at all. So here are some helpful tips for us to just get started, for you to find a story that you are really proud of. The first thing I like to do is I start with a character, like something that's been intriguing me lately, or just something random. Giving yourself the freedom to not be limited by certain aspects, such as whether it's human, whether it's alive. Don't let yourself be limited when it comes to your character. Look around you if you need inspiration and pick something obscure, something random, right? And that's a great way to get started and get your creative juices in your mind flowing. Pick up maybe the pencil next to you and think, all right, if this pencil had a goal, what would the goal of the pencil be? Maybe the pencil wants to draw something amazing. Maybe the pencil is tired of drawing and wants to go do something else. Maybe the pencil's angry. Maybe it's sad, right? And think about different emotions that your character might have and then move on from there. Like, let's say the pencil's sad. All right, why is our pencil sad? Maybe it's sad because it's lost its eraser. And then all of a sudden, we've got a story starting to be built. Well, if somebody's sad that they lost someone, what should they do next? They should probably go looking for it. So now we've got a story of a pencil searching for its eraser. And you can just build on from there. Depending on what kind of story you're trying to build, you know how it's going to end. Either the pencil finds the eraser or it doesn't. So all of your pictures in between are the story of the searching, the journey. And that's just one example of the way we could tackle a story, right? Let's say that maybe you're not as good at coming up with characters and their motivations. That's all right. Start with something simpler. Start with the setting. Let's look around us. Pick a setting. If you look out the window, you see a whole bunch of trees, or maybe you see buildings. Maybe you look in the sky and you think about the sky. Or maybe you get real down low and you just realize that your carpet kind of looks like this weird alien planet if you get really close and low to the ground. Picking a setting is another way that we can get our creative juices flowing. Let's take the carpet, for example. We get real low to the ground. We put our camera against the floor and we adjust our depth of field so that we're really focused on the carpet and not anything else. Depending on how you frame it, you might be able to make it look like an alien planet. All right, fantastic. What might be walking around on here? Well, I've got some Legos laying around. Let's put these Legos on this alien planet. And then, but I've got an armchair in the background. That's all right. I'll take some paper or maybe a cardboard and I'll draw a backdrop. And I'll put that backdrop behind them. Oh, fantastic. That looks awesome. And even if it doesn't look super hyper realistic, neither do Legos. And our story could also be Legos pretending to be on another planet. Boom. Now you've gotten your characters and you've gotten your setting. And all you have to do from that point is figure out how your characters are feeling and what goals they might have. And this is just one way that I do it. If you are someone whose stories flow freely through your mind and you don't have any trouble being creative with the elements of your world around you, that's awesome. But one trap that people typically fall into when they're trying to plan a story, take this for an example. Let's look at a birdhouse, right? We might consider it a story if we start with a whole bunch of materials and at the end we have a birdhouse. But I'd argue that that's not a story. Yes, a birdhouse was built, but that's more of a how-to. We just watched someone build a birdhouse. We didn't know who they were. We didn't know why they were doing it. We honestly had no investment in this birdhouse being built. Simple way for us to adjust this is maybe take some time at the beginning for some establishing photos. We're establishing our characters. We're establishing our setting. So those first few photos might be of just somebody bird watching. So maybe somebody's bird watching, but they're sad because the birds are so far away. And then we can add in all of our pictures of the birdhouse being built. And then I'm pretty sure you can guess what comes after that. Yeah, the birdhouse being set up and the person looking very happy and excited to be seeing birds up close. That's a story. We saw somebody. We established our character and our setting. We were curious as to what was going on. And then throughout the rest of the story, the character solves some kind of problem. So that's a great way for you to take your how-to ideas of maybe building or completing some kind of task, which are very simple and easy for us to grasp, and adjust them into something that is a story, something that can be communicated to other people and that can tell the events that have happened. I hope these tips have helped you guys to plan out your story. Because my story is that I want you all to become awesome photographers. So good luck, and make sure to let me know if you need any help.